Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, TattleTales. And here's the star of TattleTales, Bert Bundy.
Welcome to TattleTales. Thank you for tuning us in. Nice to see you this afternoon. Thank you for coming with us. And come with me now, won't you, to meet three terrific couples who are going to win money for the blue, yellow, and red section. And here they are. On my left, winning money for the blue section, star of Killer Elite, a new picture coming out shortly, Mr. Bo Hopkins and his lovely, beautiful gal, Sondra Locke. Here they are. Now, you know, we've talked about Killer Elite, Bo, but I think in all fairness we should ask Sondra. I think Sondra's got a couple of things we should mention too. Sondra, tell us where we can find you.
You shouldn't have said that.
Oh.
No, I have a film coming out this summer called Second Coming of Suzanne with Richard Dreyfuss and Paul Sands and Jean Barrett.
All right, there you are. Second Coming of Suzanne, right? We'll watch for that. We'll be seeing both of you all over the place. Winning money today for the banana section. We've been seeing them all over the place, too. On Hollywood and Vine, on Sunset and Waring. Mr. Harvey Miller and his lovely gal, Diana Ewing. There they are. I think it's only fitting you should give yourself a nice hand, Harvey. I think it's...
Thank you very much.
Do that. No. I mean, when you did, it was nice that you did that. Diana, how are you, darling?
I'm just fine.
Are you? Okay.
What are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
Sunset and Waring.
Well, I don't know. I don't think they run into each other, do they?
I don't know.
I should have said Wilcox. Sunset does run into Wilcox.
No, it's just, it's a funny rhythm.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that was the intent. It's nice to have you both with us anyway. You look splendid as always. Winning money today for the red section, the resident crazy of Match Game 75. We're thrilled to have him with us, Mr. Richard Dawson and his gal, Jody Donovan.
I see you're still working to very small audiences of one down there. Diane with the Hollywood and Wilcox line.
Well, she
gave me a roadmap to understand that joke. What is that?
No, Diana, she appreciated the rhythm is what she said. The rhythm of the thing was what caught her fancy.
You have very good rhythm too, Richard.
Well, thank you.
Well, let's not get into that now.
This is boring.
Yes, I know. We're going to get right off of that now and move it along with our first question worth $150. It's for the ladies, and this is it. That's an interesting combination you have on, Richard. That.
Well, I thought as I was playing for the red, I'd wear yellow and
blue. I told you he was the resident crazy.
Practicing 2 or 3 religions at the same time. Fade your bet.
Yes, here we go. The first question worth $150 is this. For years, men have considered it fun to have a nude woman jump out of a cake at their parties. That's what it says. Now, the LA Times has published a story about young men who make hundreds of dollars a week jumping out of cakes at women's parties. This is true. You're on the entertainment committee of a women's organization. 3 ladies have voted to have a nude young man jump out of a cake. 3 have voted against it. You have the deciding vote. How would you vote? You going to have the young man jump out of the cake or no? Okay? Now, for years, men have considered it fun to have a nude woman jump out of a cake at their parties. Now, the LA Times has published a story about young men who make hundreds of dollars a week jumping out of cakes at women's parties. Now, I must confess I have not heard of that, but it was in the Times. You're on the entertainment committee of a women's organization. 3 ladies have voted to have the nude young man jump out of the cake. 3 have voted against it. You have the deciding vote. How will you vote? That's what we'd like to know. We'll come back and find out in a moment. Off you go. Bo, how would Sondra vote? Would she vote to have the young man jump out of the cake nude, of course?
Oh, she's pretty liberal-minded. Yeah, I think so, because she's, if women do it, then I think she thinks that men can do it too, equal time.
Have you ever heard of that, about parties about where guys jump out of cakes?
I have a little icing on me.
You have what? Little icing?
No.
How interesting. You'll say, yeah.
I've heard of that, though,
She
yeah.
would, you have. She would vote for it then.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, let's bring her on and find out. Sondra, would you have the deciding vote now. Would you vote to have the guy jump out of the cake at the party or no?
I most certainly would.
You would? That's what he said. All right. And when you tell us where that party is, we'll be there. You ever share the section? Harvey, what is that you're reading there, sir?
Backstage.
One of the great
I have bigger ones than that, folks. If you watch Monday, you know. What is it?
How will Diana answer that question? Is she going to vote to have the nude young man jump out of the cake or no?
Absolutely not.
She would not.
Well, for good reason. It's absurd.
Why is it absurd?
Well, it's just silly.
Why?
What is?
Well, I mean, if men have you ever been at a
It's silly
stag?
for women to do it.
Well, have you ever been at a stag when a woman has jumped out of a cake?
I don't go to
nude?
stags.
Well, have you ever been at a party then where a woman?
No, I was in the Army for 2 years. That was enough.
I see. Wait, there's some guys
I
here.
stay away from large groups of men. What is it?
There's some guys in the banana section saying
The
that she's going to
answer
say
is no.
yes. She's going to say no.
Yes, she will. Do you want money or not? She's going to say no.
She's going to say no.
Yeah.
You're positive.
Positive.
Okay, we've heard that before too. Let's
Yes,
bring her
Paul.
on. Shh, don't say a word now. Don't give it away. Diana,
Yes.
you have the deciding vote. Are you going to vote to have the young man jump out of the cake nude at your party?
Sure, why not?
That's not what he said. See?
Boring, boring, boring.
He was positive that you would not say that. So positive, he said it over and over again. He was sure that you would
She
say
must have
absolutely
misunderstood the question.
What,
No.
what, Harvey? You mean you disagreed with me?
not. Yes.
Yes, I do.
He thought you
Why?
would not vote to have
You think
the
I'm
man.
a prude?
Okay, Diana, that's it. Next party, a nude man jumps out of a cake. Happy?
Okay.
No, this is a party for women, Harvey.
That's right. That now you see you there.
You are not invited.
Go on to the next question.
I knew we'd get you. I knew
not
we'd
gonna
get
sit
you.
here
You'd come a cropper on that one. Richard, what will Jody say?
Jody would have the Rams jump out of the cake. A cake for every occasion. Yeah, she would have it.
She'd have
would love
11 cakes and have the entire offensive unit of the Rams.
Right.
Okay, you say yes, let's bring her on. Jody, what are you going to do? You have the deciding vote. Are you going to vote to have the young man jump nude out of the cake or not?
Yes.
She's going to go for it. You're right. Jody and Richard, Sondra and Bo are right. They split the pot. We'll come back in a moment and split some more spots. You come back too. See you in a second. Now don't go away. Time for the girls on the stage. Hello there. Here's question number 2 coming up. Gee, that cake question has caused a bit of a turmoil here. Ladies, it's for you, this question. Do you consider yourself more of a person who makes things happen or more of a person who things happen to? That's the question. Do you consider yourself more of a person who makes things happen or more of a person who things happen to? All right? Think it over, girls. We'll come back in a moment. Off they go. And we'll start with you, Harvey. How does Diana see herself in that
Well, I
situation?
better hedge my bet. I was very positive the last time.
Yes.
The truth is, I don't know what she's going to answer. The truth is that she would say that things happen to her.
Really?
Yes.
Is she one of those people that things do happen to?
No, but that's what she's going to say.
No.
I think that I think she probably at a long time didn't. Now she may be making things happen more for herself.
Right.
But I still think that she might think. the
Generally
other way.
speaking.
Generally speaking.
Okay, let's bring her on.
Don't
and
get
find-
angry if it's wrong. It's a
No,
very tough
they
question.
won't do that.
Well, they yelled at me before on the last.
Now, be nice, bananas. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Bananas are going to turn ugly any moment. I can see it.
I'm really
Here she comes.
trying.
Let's bring her on. Shh, shh, don't say a word now. Diana, do you consider yourself a person who makes things happen or a person who things happen to?
A person who makes things happen.
No, that's not what he said.
Harvey!
I told you that could happen, but she's
did-
very unsure of herself.
He did say that, that may have been the case, but now you're starting to make things happen. However, he thought generally you might go for the thing that people that happens
Now,
to.
this really gets me where I live.
Really? Let's hear about it.
Harvey?
Did you have something between shows there? What are you angry for?
You don't agree with them at all?
No,
No.
I certainly
Well,
do not.
that's all right. Don't worry about
listen,
it. Things are going to come out fine. You've come from behind before, and
Yes,
you could
we did.
again.
In this section, too.
In this very section. All right.
Don't worry, we'll
Richard, what's Jody going to say to this? Is she a kind of person who makes things happen, or things happen too?
Well, she invested in a tuna fish factory just before the Mercury scandal. Cranberry farm, just when everybody got poisoned with cranberries. I would say things happen to Jody.
Things happen to her.
And things will happen to her if she doesn't.
All right, let's bring her on and find out. Jody,
Yes.
do you consider yourself a person who makes things happen or a person to whom things happen to?
I wish I could be a person who makes things happen, but unfortunately, I'm a person who things happen to.
That's it. You got it. Absolutely right. Bo, what will Sondra say? Does she make things happen, or do things happen to her?
I think she's kind of person that makes things happen.
Think so, huh? Really? In what way?
She better. Well, she's always paying the grocery bill, the butcher, and the guy jumping out of the cake, whatever. No, she's a hard worker.
She is?
Yeah.
Okay. She makes things happen. Let's bring her on and see if she makes this happen. Here we go. Sondra, are you the kind of person that makes things happen, or that things happen to?
I'm too impatient to wait for them to happen. I'd rather make them happen.
That's it. You got it. Sondra and Bo, Jody and Richard split the pot in half. And it's halftime, gang. We'll change places. We'll send the men to the rear. We'll bring the ladies out front. We'll come back with the second half. Come on back, boys. There's some good groups today. See you in a second. Here we go. We have changed places after halftime. I have the ladies with me, and it's nice. Fellas, you ready to go? Harvey?
Yep.
You have El Zippo on the board out here.
No kidding.
You've got to play catch up to Bo and Richard. Here we go. This question is worth $150. A beautiful girl in a string bikini is walking on the beach. Are you more apt to concentrate your attention above the waist or below the waist? Okay? A beautiful girl is in a string bikini is walking on the beach. Have you ever seen one of those string bikinis? Are you more apt to concentrate your attention above the waist or below the waist? Think it over. And off you go. Goodbye. They're gone, and while they're out of the room, Jody, what will Richard do? Where will he concentrate his attention?
Although it's hard to believe by looking at me, that he would devote his attentions above the waist.
He would, huh? Okay.
I'm an exception to
Why
the
would
rule.
somebody else know in the red section? How do you know what he likes? I mean, what he would watch. Okay, let's bring Richard on and see what he says. Richard.
Yeah.
Have you seen anybody in one of those string bikinis? Have you seen those?
Yeah, Charles Nelson Riley. It was horrible. Horrible. I never want to see that again.
But
Not
if you,
even as
saw,
a joke.
if you saw a beautiful girl
Yeah.
in a string bikini walking on the beach, are you more apt to concentrate your attention above or below the waist?
Above.
That's it. You got it. I don't think that we have to ask for any qualification there, Richard. Thank you.
I'd be glad to.
Where will
explain
Bo
it.
concentrate his attention, Sondra? Above the waist or below the waist?
Well, I would say I'm getting threats from the audience. I'm afraid to answer.
No.
I think I would say I would classify him, Bert, as a leg man.
Really?
I would say below the waist.
You say below the waist, all right? Legs it is. What's that? Well, then your choice doesn't count, what you've been looking at. It's what Bo would be looking at. You'll say below the waist.
I say that.
Let's bring him on. Find out. Bo, where are you going to concentrate your attention? The girl, beautiful girl walking along the beach in a string bikini. Above the waist or below?
Well, I'm a toe man myself, so I'd have to say below.
That's it. You got it. You're right, Bo. Thank you. Diana, what about Harvey?
Well, I have no hope. I have just run out of it. And I'm just going to take a wild stab.
Yes.
I would say, I mean, this is just really awful. I would say, I mean, it's not really, but, you know, I would say above the waist.
You would say above the waist.
You don't agree? Well, I know
grumble,
Harvey's
grumble
getting weird.
Yeah.
I can't predict him anymore.
All right, you'll say above the waist. It's a logical choice. Let's bring him on. Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful girl in a string bikini walking down the beach. Where are you going to concentrate your attention? Above the waist or below the waist?
I'm a collarbone freak, so I would be above the waist.
That's right. You're all right. We split the pot 3 ways. We'll come back in a moment with our big question and decide today's show. Won't you come back? This moment. A collarbone freak, eh? Here we go. This question worth $300, and this is it, fellas. If you're ready, anybody can win. I say that, but it's true. Men, you're at a party. An outspoken women's libber has been heatedly proclaiming her beliefs. She drops her purse. Would you pick it up for her? It's a good question, folks. Makes good sense. You're at a party. An outspoken women's libber has been heatedly proclaiming her beliefs. She drops her purse. Would you pick it up for her? Think it over. We'll come back in a moment. Okay. Good question. We'll decide the issue today. Diana, what would Harvey do?
Well, it's kind of a tangled up question because, I mean, there are many different beliefs, you know. What beliefs is she proclaiming? I mean, you know, shoot Andy Warhol or...
No, her women's lib beliefs. That's what it means.
All right. Well, I say that Harvey would pick up her purse because I think that Harvey... Oh, yes. Well, he had better pick up her purse.
Or she'll hit him over the head with it, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, she'll pick it up and... Right.
Yeah, so you'll say yes.
Yes, I think Harvey would, though he might kick it.
Give it a couple of kicks first.
It's a 6 of 1/2 dozen of the other.
But he will pick it up, you'll say.
I would surmise, perhaps. I will choose that one.
Okay, thank you. Let's bring Harvey on. Harvey, what are you going to do now? This lady is really proclaiming her beliefs heatedly. Mm-hmm. She drops her purse. Are you going to bend over and pick it up for her or not?
I will pick up the purse and shove it in her mouth.
That's what Diana said in some of the way.
Rather have these?
You're absolutely right. Thank you, Harvey.
Thank you very
Sondra,
much.
what will Bo do?
I would not a chance. I don't think he'd pick it up at all. I don't think he gets along very well with women's livers at all.
Really?
No, I don't think so. I myself am very soft-spoken, very softly liberated. Now, I think he would definitely not pick it up.
He would not.
I don't think he would.
Okay, let's bring him on and find out. Here he comes. Bo, what are you going to do now? This women's libber is very heatedly proclaiming her beliefs. She drops her purse. Are you going to pick it up or not?
Well, even though she's outspoken, she's still a lady, so I'd punch her. I mean, I'd pick it up.
No, that's not what Sondra said.
First time, Bo.
She said you would not pick it up. Sorry about that, Bo. Jody? How about Richard? This will decide it.
I know. Well, it's a little bit different circumstances. Richard happens to truly believe in women's lib.
Yes.
Yeah, and he believes in it all the way. He believes that if a woman would talk about it, then she wouldn't care to have her purse picked up, and I don't think he would. Because he said to me, I don't believe, if a woman believes in women's lib, she doesn't need to have her car door opened. He truly believes in it all the way.
Right.
And
So
that is
you
the
say
reason why I said he wouldn't pick
he
it
would
up.
not pick it up. Let's bring him on. Here we go. Richard,
Yeah.
this will decide the game. I don't want you to be tense or feel any pressure. But Diana and Harvey have this correct. If you miss, they've got it.
So what?
Here's the question.
I'm going to answer honestly.
The women's libber is really going on about her beliefs. She drops her purse. Will you pick it up or will you not?
I'm very pro women's lib, and I would bend down and pick it up.
That's not what she said.
Well, that's because she's not a woman's
Diane
liver.
Harvey come from $50, get the whole pot, and win it, gang. Time is up. Who's making it bananas? I've done it. And we'll be back in a moment to let you know how much the yellow section has won. Come back. Last minute win. Yellow section, the bananas did it today with Diana and Harvey. $350. We had 1,350 big ones. Not bad, gang. Thank you all. You were lovely. And thank you, too, for tuning us in on TattleTales. Bert Convey saying so long, everybody. See you next time. Thank you.
This is Gene Wood speaking for TattleTales. A Mark Good Bill Todman production.